Well, here we are doing our last bit of night, or I guess you call it morning hiking. Walking down this wash. We've got about 13 miles to the border. Not too much further. We got decent enough sleep last night, considering we got in at 10, and I remember when we summited Katahdin on the AT, hardly slept the night before, so I'm calling this a win. So I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Looks like we'll be following this wash for a while and then hop on some trail after that. It's not too bad of walking. Can make decent time walking down this thing, so I'll take it. All right, guys, bring you on later. 4 miles to go, folks. It's crazy to think that a little over 3 months ago we began this journey. And I've had so many adventures since then. It's really hard to find the words to sum up how you feel about a trip like this, and the highs and the lows and the friendships that you make. It's incredible. I'm very grateful that my body, my mind, everything is held up, and it hasn't been alone. It's every single one of you, family, friends, new friends, strangers that are now friends, that have made this happen, and I couldn't be more grateful. Though I am ready for this hike to be over, I do appreciate everything that it has given me. Oh, amazing. I can't believe we're 4 miles to the end. I don't think it's going to set in for a little while. It's just surreal. And the trail's gotten nicer. It's like it's trying to roll out the red carpet for you. The final lesson I learned, number 10. You've heard this before a lot, because I've talked about it a lot, but the people make the trail. Really, the people are the trail. At its core, all the trail is a path through the woods, through the desert. That's it. Some sand, some rocks, some dirt, trees. Very simple things. And that's all it is. What makes it amazing is everything else that surrounds it. All the relationships that you build, all the people that you interact with. That's where the real value of this is. You just get exposed to so many different personalities and types and experience so much kindness. And I think it's so much more impactful because you're kind of vulnerable out here as a thru hiker. You're reliant upon other people. And I think I talked about this earlier, but it takes a village. There's no one person that can do this totally alone. It just simply is not possible. And really all the kindness and generosity I've received from others has made me want to be a better person. And I'm going to tell you a story that I've told you, but I've got a little bit more detail to it. Back in Colorado, when I was walking into the town of Salida, or to the highway to hitch into the town of Salida, all I had heard about from other thru hikers was just how easy it was to get into Salida. I had heard from multiple different people. They're like, oh yeah, first hitch you're gonna get in. You won't be waiting 5 minutes. Even in Far Out, the app that we use, it said, oh, easiest hitch of the trail, you'll be there in seconds. Fast forward to me standing on the side of the highway trying to thumb a ride for over an hour in the sun. I was starting to get frustrated, and I was in a pull-out on the side of the highway, and there was another pull-out on the other side of the highway where people could pull over. It was primarily for trucks, so they could put the tire chains on their tires so they could go up to the mountain pass. Now, while I was thumbing a ride, a couple in a car pulled up on the other side into the other pull-out, and I didn't think anything about it because whatever, they just needed to do what they needed to do. And so I continued to unsuccessfully hitch, and about 15-20 minutes goes by, and I noticed an older woman, and if she's watching this video, a younger woman, an older woman began walking across the highway with a little bundle underneath her arm. Now this is a serious freaking highway. There's cars coming past like 60, 70 miles an hour, semi-trucks, and this sweet woman's just gently walking across the highway. And so I've totally stopped hitching because I'm flabbergasted at this point. Just watching this sweet older woman play Frogger across the highway. And then she gets across the highway and she gets on my side of the strip. And she starts walking at me and eventually closes the distance. And she walks up to me. I hadn't been hitching for the entire duration of this. And she asked me a question. She says, "Are you hungry?" And I didn't know what to say. I was just, like I said, just gobsmacked that I just watched her walk across this highway. And that was not the question I expected her to ask. So I was, eventually the lizard brain kicked in. It was like, hey dude, we're hungry, say something. It's like, I could eat. And then from the bundle, she takes out a sandwich. She's like, oh, I made you a sandwich, and here's some chips, and here's a Gatorade if you get thirsty, and puts this all into my hands. And I just kind of looked down, and I looked back up at her, and didn't really know what to say. This woman had seen me, her and her husband had seen me on the side of the highway, pulled off, stopped whatever it was they were doing. She made a sandwich on the side of the road there, and then walked it across to me. And eventually I did find some words to say to her. I just said, wow, you've made my day. And she responded, and she said, no, you made my day. And then she walks across the highway. And to sum all of that up, the lesson that I've learned is that people are inherently good. And it's hard to see that in the day-to-day life and what's portrayed to us in the media. But when you get out here and you're exposed to so many different people, and you're just experiencing genuine kindness regardless of what their beliefs are, it drives the truth home that I think most people are inherently good. Obviously there's exceptions, but I've experienced exceptional kindness on this entire hike, and it's truly what made it. Alright y'all, talk to you soon. 2 miles to go. Oh my goodness, we're so freaking close. Almost there, almost there. I'll check in with you at 1 mile to go. Here it is, the last mile. The last mile on the Continental Divide Trail heading southbound. Let's go, baby! Woo! Love it. It's a rock number 1 for 1 mile and a heart. Half of a mile left. I'm pretty sure the monument's right over there, and that is the shade spot for the terminus. So close. Howdy folks, it is day 1 on the Continental Divide Trail. Come on man, go the other way. Pretty decent break spot. Amazing day. Tomorrow's going to be even more incredible. It is day 5 and it is cold, man. Ooh, hey, dude. See the marmot. It's coming up to the camera. Oh no. So it is raining. I'm literally hiker trash. Found this overhang to hide out under. Look at all the hail. Welcome to Wyoming. Oh, let's actually step in Wyoming. Get the heck out of Montana and Idaho. Woo! Oh my gosh. Cool. My feet didn't get burned off. This might cause some complications. That's right where the trail's headed. Had that fire break out, and that fire is actually going to take me off trail for a day. We're in the basin now, also known as the Red Desert. I haven't seen any red yet. It's cool.
Because we're just like flat.
Seeing that, guys, you know what it means. We are here. We have made it to Colorado, baby. Look at all that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not much to look at, but it's the border. Goes, goes, goes. Right there is a rattlesnake, and I almost stepped right on it.